What if something happens to me? You're all I got. I need you to look after Maria and my kid.
Now, in this breakdown, we are going to be talking about an exclusive clip that was released by Sherry Shepherd. She was interviewing Joseph Sikora on the final season of Power Book 4 Force, and I will link the full interview down below where you can find the exclusive clip around the 6-minute mark. So the link will be down below in the description section and in the comment section. But it is a clip of Tommy and DMac, and I must say, still a very emotional and raw DMac who tells Tommy that he has a score to settle, and we know what that score is, Jenard Samson. So that's the agenda for this particular breakdown. We are going to be talking about a very emotional DMac and how and why Tommy needs him to keep a cool head, along with also another clip that we're still yet to see as well, which I am expecting to be in episode 10. But in terms of exclusive clips and images, I'm probably not expecting too many more to be released. Maybe we may get one maybe on Thursday just to whet our appetite going into the final episode a couple of hours later. But no doubt post episode 10, there definitely will be a lot of talking points, that's for sure. Now, with this particular exclusive clip, we've got Tommy and DMac at JP's home, or what used to be Miriam Egan's home. DMac is still very emotional and raw at this moment in time. He's got a piece with him, and he's no doubt trying to go on the hunt for Jenard. We know he's very emotional at this moment in time. We all saw what happened in episode 9 between him and Marshall. We all saw the scene soon after with him and Genesis. We've got him telling Tommy that he's got a score to settle with Jenard. The problem with this approach is, it's wild, it's reckless, and he's just not thinking straight. These are the moves that go and get you killed in the streets because there's just no thought process behind it, like what we saw from him in episode 3 when he attacked the 9/7s. Now, I'm not going to blame DMac too much or call him dumb or stupid. I do think he's far from it with just the example that I gave around the 9/7s. I actually think he's a very smart kid, and if he actually put his mind to it, he could definitely do very well in school. The problem is at this moment in time, he's still very young, he's a teenager, and this is the first time that he's lost someone that he loves. And I do think we all need to remember that. So he is still going to be very emotional going into episode 10 because the man who killed his pops is still on the streets. The man who shot him twice is still roaming the streets of Chicago. So I don't actually blame DMac for wanting to go and get revenge. But again, the problem DMac would cause if Tommy wasn't standing in his way would be huge. He'd only make things difficult for Tommy if he were to go out on his own, because it could very well end up with him being killed, kidnapped, who knows what could happen to DMac in the state that Jenard is currently in. So rightfully so, Tommy does stop him, and he does actually tell him that he needs him. He needs him to calm down, and he can't have him wilding out on him. He does promise that Jenard will pay for what he did to his father, but at this moment in time, he needs to keep a cool head. He needs to stay calm. Their next move has to be solid. They can't just go all guns blazing in the streets without a plan, and Tommy did ask a very valid question as well. What if something happened to him? Who would look after Maria and his baby then? Who would look after Kate? Who would then look after DMac? Tommy's the man of the house at this moment in time, but he's also telling DMac that he is as well. He needs his help to look after their family because DMac is all he's got, which is semi-true. It's half true because in Chicago at this moment in time, DMac is all he's got when it comes to the streets, or just like I mentioned, if something were to happen to Tommy, who steps into his shoes as the man of the house? That would have to be DMac. But I do say it's half true that DMac is the only person that he's got. He does have someone else, another nephew, Tariq St, and I do still expect him to show up in episode 10 as well. We're all expecting him to show up, a character who has also lost a lot of loved ones and killed loved ones too. It would be very interesting to see him have this conversation with DMac, because I do think he needs a lot of guidance and mentoring, maybe not just from Uncle Tommy. I do think Tariq can play a role in that too because of what he's been through in Power and Power Book 2 Ghost, what he's done and what he's lost, what he's seen and his experiences. I do think together Tommy, DMac and Tariq would make for a very good team in more ways than one. Now, having said that, there is one scene that we're still yet to see when it comes to episode 10 that I do think is worth a reminder, and it's this.
My man Kanan used to say, every good lie is veiled in the truth.
So as I mentioned before, how DMac needs mentoring, how he's very raw and emotional, we will hear Tommy mentioning Kanan again in episode 10 while he does mentor DMac. But no doubt Jenard has to get what's coming to him. Tommy made DMac a promise in this clip that Jenard will get what's coming to him, and I have no doubt he will stick by that promise. It's just a matter of when, not if. I still do have that very small feeling, I can't lie, that they could have Jenard maybe survive and be out in the wind after episode 10. It's a very small part of me that thinks maybe that could be a possibility and route that they go down, leaving a loose thread open because he's such a great actor. I mean, we really can't knock Chris Lofton in terms of what he brings to the screen, but let's just wait and see. because well and truly we all know Janard has to go in episode 10. But with that being said, that's the exclusive clip between Tommy and DMac for episode 10. It's not a long one at all, so we are going to keep this one short and sweet. But definitely let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on your thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.